A whetstone wheel.
Hold!
A whetstone wheel.
What can I cook up?
What can I cook up?
A whetstone wheel.
I may have a blade or two that could use a honing. What could that have...
What could that have done?
Perhaps I can detonate that explosive from a distance.
In the days of old, the sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Riverlon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The captain wants you up on deck. Hear them gulls? Means we're close to shore. I don't ever you go in there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Counselor in. Source in a city like Sicil, nowhere safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Sicil. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are orc ships, and they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off on the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get the Counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source Hunters.
If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach. At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy. Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone? What? Did you expect it to have an entourage? This. The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues, of all things. Pure madness. How could someone be so utterly naive? Agreed. Call me skeptical, but a little proof goes a long way for the rational mind.
Source Hunters! How did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
As you say, Madam Collier.
Arise, fair dead! Seize upon our enemies!
won't have a leg to stand on. It never rains, but it pours, eh? I need another chance! I need another chance! Chaos grips my hands today. Confound it! The time of your death is at hand! Their leader said something about escaping with a stone. Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking? We can't well turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal. Indeed. For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Councillor Jake's murder. There's a mine in the middle of our path. Someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's tested.
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
I've always heard there's typically more to a king's tomb than meets the eye. It could be a myth, or it could be our lucky day. Eternal silence awaits you. What's this? I found something. You were right there! This seems to be broken. Well, what's this I've spotted? I've spotted something. Voices downstairs. The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner. Something isn't right here. It could be an ambush. You were right there!
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The Bloodstone Defiler, where is it? I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure of the dead. Ha! Strange indeed. Robed indeed. Your tricks will not save you from retribution, deceiver. The Bloodstone, deliver it now, and I may deign to end you quickly. Run if you like, Defiler. Whichever way you take leads you to the grave.
Nowhere is safe from my arrows! Let the blood of our enemies be your motivation! How could that happen? Warm as dragon's breath! How could that happen? These flames bite deep! My target dances in shadows.
Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
I need another chance! Confound it! A little help here! I don't have the right tool for digging. More junk.
shells. Look, look, a wanderer comes my way. Call me Ishmael, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. An exiled shell, doomed to live under a canopy of arid sky, not his native, tender water. Of course I can talk, don't be silly. There's more tongue to me than heart. Indeed, the surprise should be mine, for I still remember the days when your kind swung from branches and plucked the vermin out of their neighbor's fur. Time is an indulgent mistress to one who spends happy hours as she passes. But when your existence is one of misery, she becomes a lethargic hobby. Oh, I remember ancient times, for I have lain here since antiquity, when the ruins around us were palaces, and the sun-bleached dead merry children. All this I have seen, alive, alone. Alas, my fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot-noses have held me up against their dirty little ears, only to claim they can hear the ocean? Of course they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately long for. Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water. Swing me as far as your arm's strength gives lease. And treasure long sunk I will grant thee. What do you say, kind knight? Will you return the King of Pearls to the sea, so he may yield you long-lost treasure?
Kindness is its own reward, and then there's the promise of treasure to boot. Let's throw him into the sea. Agreed. Let's send him home.
Liberator, kind benefactor, bless me the might of your sea-bound bitch. The sea, I have returned, where every wave feels like a mermaid's kiss. May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
Hold it right there, orc scum! No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
Calm down, Junius. Doesn't look like one of them orcs to me. Not a single horn in sight, you know.
Just hold your tongue, will you, Bibius? Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Sightseal.
So, you're sorcerers, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a two-bedroom birdcage. They don't prove a thing.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
The wizard, you say? Sounds good to me. Lead the way. Agreed. A wizard is bound to know more about what is going on around here.
Captain, come along. We're not far from the city.
Like how to wash your underthings.
Pass the bottle, would you, Junius? My throat's dry.
The cave? This is a single malt, imported all the way from Hawkesbury. It ain't the local pig swill they sell for ale.
single malt, my stubbly arse. You've been had by one of them smooth-talking salesmen again. Come, give here. What the hell has happened down there? Oh, bloody yours! Let's go back to
Kill the unbelievers!
All with one shot, just watch!
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
not enough. This is the end for you!
Hey, who was that joker leading those bombs?
Commander.
Damn traitor.
Very curious.
Where are Bibius and Junius?
Disquieting.
Didn't they hear the fight?
Filthy beasts, I'll kill the last one of you.
I like you much better with your guts on the floor. Taken before his time.
Sorry, all the way to my boot soles!
I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect companies. So what do they say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect companies.
Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
An orc in love. When the first comes, you liberate the flesh from our faces. Enough demon to I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect companies. So what do they say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
Bringing your little girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house. What fool would trust a stupid love potion into the landscape circular to a beautiful dawn? An orc in love. When this little chap delivering the flesh from a
Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicil. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city. So you were, and so you weren't. Behold, there we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead. Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, I have my doubts. She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow.
Walk out that door.
A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts, a shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand. Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by now. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most Orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise. Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. But of course, it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds.
The Orchid girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house. Nonsense. What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back page?
I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us. At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arhu mentioned?
Bringing your little Orchid girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect companies, you know. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Daylight was more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
Now it in, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
A home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though.
Took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride.
Ha! Now it in, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Sailor, what news from the mainland?
Oh, nothing new, sir. Zombies, skeletons, you know the stuff.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicil?
Within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
Ha! Now it in, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Ythugor anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky
Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though even I must admit they put up a hearty effort. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that would be if whatever I sought was something worth dying over.
Is that why we have a sandwich?
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my hands.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.